So I relocated back to Austria this year, and this has multiple reasons, but the main reason, which is extremely painful to accept and to see, and yeah, just to accept basically, is that it just wasn't enough. Like, I tried everything in my power to build something, to build a company, to build a product or service that truly helps other people or other companies, and in the same time helps me to build and afford a lifestyle and living I had in Dubai. I've tried a lot of things. Some of you may know that I just recently moved to Dubai. I just got an opportunity. I don't know if it's gonna work out. How can we decrease the effort and sacrifice of our clients? I'm not expecting anything at all from this. I'm just trying to improve myself right now. We might have something which could be a breakthrough for me. So I just had a meeting with the real estate guy from last time, and I closed him for 6K, and if he likes the stuff, we're gonna do a long-term partnership. We have to put some strategies into place. I wrote down 2 or 3 ideas. So we need to break this stuff down and then tell the people. Exactly, but this is what people watch. This is what we need to do. Also werden das dann über projektbasierte arbeiten oder? Yesterday I decided to shut down my cold email acquisition for now. Of course I can't say now, yeah, I didn't like it that much, I didn't like the lifestyle, I didn't like blah 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 blah. Of course there has been some certain other things why I decided to relocate back to Austria, but the main reason and the real is that it wasn't enough. There's so much learning I can take from these past 2 years, because while going through all of these hard times and this trial and error to build something, to build an offer, to get clients, to build a company, whatever, I've figured out something which is so important, which is money as the main motivation obviously wasn't enough for me. Otherwise I wouldn't be in the situation to say right now that I had to relocate, because I didn't make it and I didn't reach the goals I set myself. So I had to make the decision to move back, to go back to the point. This is the overall learning from this last 1.5, 2 years. Of course, there has been many different, like, more operational things like marketing, how to get clients, stuff like that. But the overall retro perspective learning is that if I try to build something for money and becoming rich, I'm not gonna put enough of the dedication, enough of the discipline, enough of the courage in to 100% commit to achieving the desired outcome. This is how I would put it. It took me a while to accept that fact and to be able to articulate that and talk about it, but I don't want to be a fool and, I don't know, tell you some stupid shit. This is the main reason and the main fact why I'm not in Dubai anymore. I make these videos mainly for myself, to look back at the videos and see the progress, and I don't want to be fake to myself and to others as well. Going into the future, there's going to be a lot of great stuff coming up. I'm already in the process of trying to figure out what is my main purpose, why I'm able to ride this crazy ride on planet Earth, and what am I supposed to do. Once I find that thing, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to put 110% into committing it to it and reaching whichever goal it might be then. But for now, I need to reconnect with myself a little bit and start back from zero again, which is pretty painful when you think about how long I'm in the game already, because I started my very first project when I was, I don't know, 17, 18. And of course I had some successes here and there, but I never reached a point where I ultimately wanted to go. And I think through going through that process, I found the reason for that, which is what I already said, that money is, fortunately or unfortunately, not the main reason for me, or not the main motivator for me to build something. I think looking back at it from a bigger time horizon, it's gonna be the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And yeah.
This is a dollar bill.
Was it the money that made me a savage? Popping them prices, I made it a habit. Towing them pictures and serving them addicts. That was exciting to me.
And the hardest thing I had to wrap my head around, which I still have to fight against, is what do other people think about me when they see me failing? And I noticed that the people that I care about and I respect and I admire and I look up to, because they're on a similar path than me, they want to reach something as well, they want to get successful as well, those people will never troll about you or criticize you for making mistakes and for failing. And the people that are just looking at you to find a weak spot and just waiting for you to make a mistake, to say or to prove the point, oh look, I'm better than him, do you really want to take their advice in the first place? So why do you even care about them? And of course it's easier said than done, but I can promise you people have so much going on in their lives. They might think about this for 2 minutes or talk to a friend, oh look, he failed, or look, he did that, or look, he did that. that for 2 minutes, and then they have to worry about their own things they have in their own mind. So I think you shouldn't keep climbing the mountain of success, which you already know is the wrong one, because it's way, way harder for you to motivate yourself, and you know you're meant to do something else just in order to keep your pride. I think it's better to accept that fact, take the learnings, go back down from that mountain and start climbing the mountain, or at least find the mountain and purpose which you know you can and want to climb, which lead you to success. Maybe it's gonna take way, way longer. Just look at me, I'm the perfect example. All of that failing and learning, I found back to my passion, which is telling stories through videos like this. And of course I know it's gonna take me way, way, way longer to get successful or to make a living from these things, but at least I know it's the right thing for me to do, and I'm not climbing the mountain just to save my pride or just to show off other people what I can achieve or how much money I can make. No, but I'm climbing the mountain because I know it's the mountain I'm supposed to climb. Maybe you're in a similar situation, or you ask yourself, you don't, or maybe you're even just at the beginning and you don't know where to start and what to do. I think it's also not the perfect thing to do nothing just because you don't know what to do. Because when I first started out with 17, 18 years old, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just know I wanted to do something and I wanted to get more out of this life. So I started somewhere, and this just happened to be, I don't know, marketing for local companies. And then I got into the next thing, into the next thing, into the next thing. For all of that doing and doing and doing and doing, I figured out what I don't want to do and what can't motivate me, which is money. But I found back to my passion and found out what I really wanted to do. And I'm still in the process of really defining what that thing is. I know it's telling stories and making videos and building something, but I'm still not there. It's a process. And of course you can find your purpose, and maybe you are if you're lucky, but how do you want to find what you want to do for the next 10, 20 years in 1 month, right? It can take a couple of months. It can even take a year or so. I think you shouldn't put pressure on you for that, because this is a really important question. Winning at the game is not trying too hard. And I think this is really, really true. So if you don't know where to start and what to do, just start somewhere, and maybe you might fail and maybe you might end up in the wrong vehicle. At least you will do something and figure out that you are in the wrong vehicle. Edison is the perfect example. He said he didn't fail 1,000 times. He just found 1,000 ways how to not make a light bulb, right? And I think this is the right way. Of course it hurts and it's hard in the moment itself, but looking back at it from a bigger picture, it makes a lot of sense.